Hi, I'm Nancy O'Neill and welcome to Suncoast FYI. Today we welcome Mary Benzel, the Executive Director at the Van Wesel, Ed Linehan, the President of the Jazz Club of Sarasota, and Hani Kaukab, the Operations Director of Ancient Navigators, right here on Suncoast FYI. When it comes to stage performances on the Suncoast, that iconic purple structure on the bay is at the front of everyone's mind. With us today is Mary Benzel, the Van Wesel's Executive Director, and she's here to share with us what we can expect from the upcoming performances this season.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. Really glad to be here.
Oh gosh. We were there a couple nights ago and it was so wonderful to be back.
Isn't it great to see a live show and be with other people?
Yes.
It's fantastic.
And the energy was amazing and
it
everything
just uplifts
was perfect.
Everybody's spirits,
Yes.
don't you
So,
think?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
So everybody needs to get back in there. So tell us about your upcoming performances.
Well, we have a lot of them in different genres. We have Masters of Illusion, which is the biggest touring magic show, illusion show across the country. And that's coming in March, and that'll be here March the 7th. And then on the 10th, Love is in the Air with the 10 tenors, 10 gorgeous guys that sing all those songs that you will remember. You know, they sing a lot of the first dance songs from weddings and, you know, music from Dirty Dancing and all sorts of things. And it's a great, fun, fabulous show for the whole family. And then Shalea, she's a friend of mine that I went to Budapest with, and she is a star with David Foster and all sorts of people, and she's going to have a night of soul. And Shalea has a voice that you may not know her name, but boy, once you see her, you will want to see her again and again. And then the big Broadway show that's coming in March is Anastasia, which is really topical right now because it's about a Russian incursion, if you will, where the Romanovs were all murdered and Anastasia escaped. And it's about this Soviet officer that's pursuing her. And of course, she meets a handsome fellow, and it was a movie musical that all the little girls saw when they were growing up. It was a cartoon, and it had a great book by Terrence McNally, who was that fabulous playwright, Tony Award winner that lived here in the Sarasota area. Uh-huh. And there's 5 shows, gorgeous costumes and sets. And then if you want to come on down, we have the Price is Right live, and you can spin the wheel and do the plinko and try to get the get the big prize.
When is that?
That is at the end of March, and I can tell you it is March the 29th, and they have given away over $10 million in prizes on their run so far. So you could win a refrigerator. I need a dishwasher. So I only hope, you know.
And who's going to be the host?
Oh, it's a gentleman from, it's Mark, I have to look that up. It's Mark Wahlberg. I should remember that name.
Oh, Mark Wahlberg.
But it's not the Mark Wahlberg.
Oh, okay.
It's Mark Wahlberg, who hosts a lot of roadshow with antiques and things like that. But with the name of, you know, Mark Wahlberg, I just hope people, if they come for the wrong reason, they'll have fun. They might win a whole living room set.
There you go.
And then a late edition is Boz Scaggs, and he's coming in May. And I love Boz's music, and he's doing a tour on a cruise ship, and then he's getting off and coming to the Van Wesel.
Well, I saw him last time he was here.
Yeah.
Whenever that was.
The lowdown, right?
Yes, you know.
Don't you lose track of time?
Yes.
I don't know when anything was anymore. Yep. I really don't.
Yep. It was, I remember seeing him, but I don't remember when.
I know, and his shows are always great fun.
Yeah. Yep. Very upbeat. And memorable, and it brings you back to that time, you know.
It
in
does,
your life
and we need concerts right now. I know I do. Yeah. I would go every night if I could, and you know what? I can, so I do most of the time.
Well, I want to be you.
There you go.
So that's for this season.
Yes.
So we finish up in May for this season. Okay. Yeah. I know you have a lot of special things coming up next season. And
we do.
I don't know if you can tell us about them.
I cannot, but we are getting ready by the end of March to announce our whole new season, we have a blockbuster show in the season, a big one, and we have a lot of Broadway, a lot of classical shows, and we announce those at the end of March, and then later in August we announce the stars because they take their time. They're busy running around doing summer tours and things like that. But it's going to be a big year next year. And I should mention we also have at the end of May, or maybe it's the beginning of May, a Queen show, which is almost sold out. And that was supposed to be here 3 years ago.
I have tickets for that.
Oh, do you really? So there aren't many
do.
seats left for that one. So I would suggest trying to get in to see Boz Scaggs instead.
Okay, all right. But are there single seats left for Queen? I know
Yeah,
a
there
lot
are.
of times you have those.
There are a few seats left for the Queen show.
Yep.
But announcing the new season gives me great hope because it's been such a horrible time in the entertainment business for performers, for
Sure.
people behind the stage. It's been the worst 3 years I can imagine. Short of being, God love the people in Ukraine.
Yeah.
Short of being in a war, this pandemic has been ravaged our industry terribly.
Absolutely. Now we're coming out of it.
Yes, we are.
And we
Thank
hope
goodness.
we keep coming out of it.
Yes.
So you said you have new
New
COVID
protocols.
policies.
Yeah, we have, starting March the 7th, I'm a part of a group called Safe Arts Sarasota,
Right.
which we put together our policies. And the majority of us are relaxing the protocols where you no longer have to bring a negative test, a negative COVID test when you come to the theater, or if you wanted to instead voluntarily show your vaccination card. So you do not need those documents to get into the theater anymore.
Okay.
I will say masks are still being utilized for the majority of all the shows. I really urge people to look at the websites and the safety pages because some of the theaters have different protocols. I know the Oslo is keeping with needing documents to get in a lot
Sure.
longer. So I suggest everybody check your individual. But
Sure.
for the Van Wesel, there are only 3 shows that you'll have to show a vaccination card if you want to.
Mhm.
Again, that's only purely voluntarily, and or a negative test. And one of them actually is Itzhak Perlman. And I think Mr. Perlman, due to his status and his age, and he requires that for everybody.
Well, for that, and I think people need to be mindful and be respectful of that
Yes.
when they're wearing their masks properly.
Yeah, because we have an issue with that because a lot of people do not take our directions and they sometimes pull them down after the lights go out, and because of the size of the theater, it's almost impossible. And we're not the mask police.
Exactly.
We're running a theater, but we're trying to
Yes.
keep everybody safe.
Yes.
And I just wish people would respect the fact that somebody else that sits next to you might be undergoing cancer treatments or might have
Exactly.
something that's very seriously wrong with them, and they just need to take special precautions. And we have to think of each other. You really
Exactly.
do, don't
We're
you?
all in this together.
We are in this together.
Mary, thank you so much.
Thank
And
you.
yes, I would like to end with saying please be respectful for your fellow people enjoying
Absolutely.
the performance.
And let's go back to the theater.
Okay. Yes. I will see you soon.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Just ahead on Suncoast FYI, we talked to Ed Linehan, the president of the Jazz Club of Sarasota, about their upcoming festival. So please stay tuned. For 42 years, the Jazz Club of Sarasota has been the city's go-to source for all things jazz. And I'm here today with the Jazz Club's president, Ed Linehan, to talk about their upcoming festival. So nice to hear about another upcoming festival.
It is. It's been 3 years, and it's been that long since I've had the pleasure of being here with you.
Well, thank you. I'm so happy to see you again as well. So this show is called Swinging Under the Stars, and it's coming up pretty quickly.
It is. It's a week-long festival starting traditionally with our free jazz concert, which, by the way, is sold out.
Oh my gosh.
People had to pre-register, but we have
Okay.
800 people attending that event
All
on
right.
Sunday, the 13th of March, and it runs through Saturday evening, March 19th.
Are there still tickets available for other
Yes,
performances?
for
Okay.
all other things,
Okay.
all other events.
All right. And where can people go to find that? We'll
So our website, the Jazz Club's website,
Yep.
which is sarasotajazz.org.
Okay.
And on there you'll find all the information that you'd want on the schedule, the performers, their bios, ticket options, and our COVID requirements.
Okay. Terrific. Terrific. So we'll leave that to the website because I want to talk to you about some more important things. So this is the first time the event's going to be outdoors?
It is, and that's a direct reflection of our life experience for the
Sure.
last 2 years. We actually started a festival the week in the second week of March in 2020.
Oh, yay.
And it was just as things were exploding. It was the best of times and the worst of times. We had phenomenal response to our lineup. And 2.5 hours before our first main event, the suggestion of many advisors, we decided that we had to err on the side of caution.
Sure.
All the artists were here in town, flying in from all over the country. It
was a
was
very
sad, but we buckled down and we responded. And last year, in 2021, we were hopeful, but it wasn't possible. So here we are, 2 years later,
Yes.
on the verge of resuming.
Yes, wonderful. So who are your headliners this year? Who is
Well, we
can
have
expect?
really stretched. Our opening night headliners are John Pizzarelli and Catherine Russell, and they're going to be doing their Billy and Blue Eyes tribute to Billie Holiday and Frank Sinatra. Phenomenal artists. And that's the second act that night, and Houston Person will be the opening act. And our closing night on Saturday is the Arturo Sandoval Band. So we're going to end with a very energetic Latin evening. But in between time, we have Shelley Berg, Tierney Sutton, Dick Hyman, one of our local favorites,
Oh, gosh, yes.
Ken Poplowski, Russell Malone on guitar, Terrell Stafford. It really is, I would say, we've really stepped up this year. We didn't want to simply resume. We wanted to resume with a bang.
Now, do you have daytime and evening performances, or all these evening performances?
Essentially, they're evening performances. We start off the week on Saturday with that free concert and all of these, by the way, are at Benderson Park, Nathan Benderson Park.
I was just going to ask you where those were.
And
Yeah.
that starts in the afternoon. But all of our concerts, our trolley night, which is a very popular event, is also in the evening. So these are evening events. And by evening, the doors will open at 5. The concerts will actually start at 6:30 and run to approximately 9:30.
Okay. Now, what type of tickets do you have? I mean, are there packages? Are there VIP seating?
Yes.
What
So
can
we
you-
have one VIP package that's all inclusive, best seats in the house, free parking, gets you into 9 different events, including our 2 late night events, which are unique this year. And that's an expensive ticket, but
expensive but worth it.
well worth it.
Okay.
But then for our 4 main concerts, there are 5 other price points, and so we actually are offering two ticket levels that are cheaper than 2 years ago, and they start at $45, and then our most expensive seats are $120. And if you're a Jazz Club member, you get 10% off.
Excellent, excellent. And we'll run the website across the bottom again, but you have some pamphlet here. And
Yes,
that's
we
what
have
we'll
a
see.
nice trifold that is available across town, and on our website you can get the same information
Great.
that identifies all of our artists and the master schedules for the week.
Good.
And we're really excited to be able to present this program to
Terrific.
Sarasota.
Thank you. Well, thank you again for being here, and we'll see you soon this time, okay? We won't make it
Yes.
another couple of years.
All right. Exactly.
Thanks,
Thank you,
Ed.
Nancy. Bye-bye.
Up next on Suncoast FYI, we sit down with Operations Director of Ancient Navigators, Hani Kaukab, to learn about Egypt and everything the home of the Nile has to offer. So don't go away. Hani Kaukab is the Operations Director of Ancient Navigator, a small group luxury travel company that offers a once-in-a-lifetime trip to Egypt, the home of the pharaohs, the life-giving Nile River, and the pyramids of Giza. He is here today to give us a glimpse of what we can expect from one of these fantastic tours. Hani, welcome to America.
Thank you. Hi. I'm glad that I'm here. Thank you very much.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
And I have to say that myself, my daughter, and a group of friends had the pleasure of traveling with you when we were in Egypt. And now that you have started your own business,
Yes.
Which I think is absolutely fabulous, we wanted
Thank
to
you.
have you on the show to talk about what you do and what's different, and people who have always wanted to travel to Egypt. Start with please telling us about Egypt and what you love about it so much.
Egypt is a land for pyramids and the Nile. Egypt, it's a beautiful country, great
is.
people.
Yes.
They love to see the tourists. Tourists, it's helping our economy in Egypt. And we always welcome the tourists. We have a lot of tourists right now, even with all this situation. And we're happy to see the tourists, especially our friend in America.
Well, and we felt that way
Thank
about
you.
going to Egypt. The Egyptian people are lovely. Now, I know one of the questions that our viewers is going to have is the safety. How safe is Egypt?
Okay, so the new government taking care of being sure that Egypt safe, because it's one of our supporting our economy, and we having tourist policy. They are always near us, taking care and be sure that our tourists having good time without any problems.
And we felt like that. We were
Good.
always well cared for. Always felt very safe and secure wherever we went. Now it's a different company, and there are some different things that take place there than we may not be used to experiencing here. But it's all done as a matter of fact in your country. It's just all about keeping who's ever there visiting safe, and I always felt that way, so that was great. Now, obviously, why should we go to Egypt? Tell everybody all those wonderful things and why they should go.
Egypt is a good people, as I said. It's good weather. We have a lot of nice place to see. We have the pyramids, Sphinx, Luxor, Aswan, the great temple of Abu Simbel, which is amazing and
Yes,
wow.
it is.
And we have a Nile cruise in the river, which is amazing. And I'm sure that everyone will love it if they will come.
Now, on your with Ancient Navigators, where does the cruise start on the Nile River, and where does it go, Hani?
It's starting from Luxor to Aswan, and we are 14 days. So it's like we're having 7 nights in the boat. And we have a very good boat. We also, Ancient Navigator, having a different program. We offering special private entrance for our tourists. It's not with everyone. So you come to the pyramids, you will go alone.
Alone?
Yeah, I mean our group only.
It will be closed.
Yes,
Because it will be closed.
Yes, it's only, we open it special private for our tourists. We have also the Sphinx, and a new idea which is going to start from the new season. We're going to open the private Valley of the Kings for us for 2 hours.
2 hours before the public can come
Yes,
in.
so all the Valley of the Kings, it's going to be for our group to enjoy it, and this is a very wow experience. We're going to also have a lot of option in West Bank to see all sightseeing there, and I'm sure we're going to have a good time with our guests and make them happy.
And you're going to have special guests
Yes.
pop in and do lectures?
Yes, we also going to have, this is our surprise, we call surprise special guest every time. So we preparing a nice surprise.
Okay. Okay.
that I'm not going to say about it now.
No, but it could be
Yes.
an Egyptologist.
Egyptology, like example, let's say the great Karnak Temple director with us can be Dr. Mustafa Al-Waziri and another important people which is here working with us.
Yes, and that's it. Well, and a part of it is you're not saying because you don't know when they're going to be there.
That's
and
what we
when the
call
guests
a
will be there.
surprise
Yes.
guest.
Yep. Now, what is the best time of the year, would you say, to go visit Egypt?
This is a very good question. The best time, it's from September until end of April.
Okay.
That is very good weather and a good time for our guests.
Now, how long are your tours? So if somebody wants to go to Ancient Navigator's website, which will show the website on the screen, what type of time frames? Are they a week? Are they 10 days? Are they 2 weeks?
No, we want to be sure that our guests, when they come, because they will travel for a long time to Egypt, seeing everything. Because I know, or we know as a team, as a professional, that Egypt, if you want to visit Egypt, you need like a month to see everything. So we make like 14 days.
Okay.
Full tour, going to make everyone is busy, a lot of option. We have a professional team and the best tour guides. So we taking care about our guests for the details and make them very happy. This is our target.
Okay.
Make them very happy going back to the state, say that Egypt is a great land and safe and nice people.
And tell your friends to come.
Yes, I
invite. And the food is fabulous.
Yeah, I'm glad to hear that, and I'm sure that everyone will come to Egypt, will love it.
I agree, they will. And I want to thank you so much for taking this time to be with us.
Thank you very much. I'm glad that I'm here. Thank you.
Look forward to looking at your website. Thank you, honey.
Thank you. Thank you.
We hope you enjoyed the show today, and thank you for joining us on Suncoast FYI. If you would like to promote your nonprofit or community event, we would love to hear from you, and this is a complimentary service. Please call our producer, Adam Huntley, at 941-361-4645. To view previous episodes, go to snntv.com. I'm Nancy O'Neill, and we'll see you next Friday on Suncoast FYI.